Good morning, and we are live. It is day 63. It is about 5:44 in the morning, 5:43 in the morning here in good old Denver, Colorado. So up to an early start. A little behind on our time today, but that's okay because we have a fun episode that these are some readings and some examples. I pulled these examples out of books. I have pulled this list as we're going to learn from children today. Those little lights and balls of joy that everyone has come to know. And it seems to me like more than not, people claim that having a child is the most fulfilling thing you can do. However, of course, I err on the side of caution of the most and the greatest and better than everyone else, especially if you don't plan to have the experience. It doesn't really do any good for you to express that to somebody who doesn't have a child that, oh, there's nothing you could ever do that could feel like this example, et cetera, because you really don't know that. And as we identify with parents, kind of simple fact that even as we grow older, we get older, we're still like children in more ways than not. And there's a few do's and don'ts with that. There's Bible quotes, even things as simple as like, if gosh, what the heck is it? It's something about if you don't have like the playfulness of a child. Is that my girlfriend's cell phone? I'm not sure. Sorry, I was listening a sound in the next room. But coming in and pulling up some of the do's and the don'ts from the good old kiddos. Just see the point of today's show is sit in your own position as you're waking up this morning. Maybe you're watching this later in the day and say, how could I maybe embrace some of these some of these traits? How could I maybe include or play one of them into my own life? And how can I go about this to help improve my personal situation and the ones around me? So, getting into the list of the traits, we're going to have four, and then we go into a couple stories about children's on the do's, on more of the don'ts, and being careful of that. So, first off, we have curiosity. Curiosity, the first trait of children that we want to in curiosity. We want to make sure that we are whenever things in life doesn't feel too interesting, usually the best alternative would be to be more interested in it. Maybe figuring out more of the details. Maybe looking in, asking a questions. And the example from Jim Rohn, one of my mentors, it would be how kids aren't scared to ask a million questions, trying to get more and to dig a little deeper into the situation because they are genuinely curious about learning, growing, and developing. And those three things, learning, growing, and developing, will be pretty much the foundation of a lot of these traits this morning. So asking yourself, where could you be more curious? Could you be more curious about other responsibilities you could possibly be taking on at work? Could you be more curious about your friends' life situation, how you can maybe be there for them? Maybe you could just be more curious about yourself, more curious about some of the answers, maybe more curious about your values, more curious about what your future goals are, more curious about, am I in the right career? Don't be scared to, and also have fun. These first four traits, like these are like positive based, like curiosity, not like curiosity, like diving deep to like figure out to see if this person's like conniving or cunning or trying to screw me over. No, we let the stones fall where they may. Trying to take that embodiment, flow like a river. Let's, and along the path, the flow, let's be more curious, asking a few more questions today in a nice positive tone. So asking yourself, where could you be more curious? Next up is excitement. It's This one is pretty, when I was reading these traits, it was kind of sad that I have to talk about this. And this is where, so the term being more excited like a child. Have you ever seen a kid's lineup? Then when you're like, okay, you can get some ice cream, and they're like, oh shit, let's go. We're on it. Let's go. Everyone just losing their minds. And are they enjoying life? Are they feeling good about it? Well, your kids probably shouldn't be saying the S bomb like that, but you get what I mean. The excitement, the energy, bringing it to the table about even the small things in life, showing a high state of appreciation for these things, getting these things. So asking yourself, okay, how can I be a little more excited? And I'd argue, I work with a lot of people who are trying to grow their businesses, who are trying to work on themselves personally. They want to build stronger relationships. Bringing good energy to the table is always, pretty much always, a good thing to be doing, especially when most people lack it. And it's very attractive to have good positive energy, to be excited about even the small little things. That just makes life more fun. And children have had been possessed this ability for thousands and thousands of years. So maybe if we can just learn a little from them, what is something that you can get excited about? Maybe it's the fact that you get to drive a damn car to work today. The fact that we figured out that technology, and you're just grateful and you're excited to be behind the wheel, be living in the present moment, to be growing and evolving, trying out something, writing down some curiosity questions for your boss, for your new coworkers, for this new client that you're taking out to lunch, being very curious, then being excited about learning this stuff and being able to apply it. So number 2 comes in at excitement. Ooh, this is where we kind of get into the waters a little bit. The third one is faith. Having a little bit of faith. Children tend to have faith that things are going to work out, that you can go get, you can get it done. The I can, there's been this wabash on the thinking of you can't do anything, you can't do any. Okay, on a literal sense, I get it, dude. You can't do everything, and you like I Tanner Witt. I love basketball. 5'7". Let's be realistic. Compared to a pro athlete, not athletic. So I get there's some limitations to this shit, like what's going on career occupation wise, but really, for the most part, not really. There's not a whole lot of caps on what is really possible if we just lay it out. If you can lay out to me in a 1 hour coaching session what it is you want, and you have a plan and you have steps, and you're like, okay, this is what I want. If you can even come up with a close to moderate plan, let's have some faith. You can do this. Some faith in something, whether it's you just need to meet the right person. It's just those people who get lucky, work really hard, meet an opportunity. working hard, making an opportunity. That is essentially luck. Having some faith that life is good, that you're going to continue to evolve, that you're going to continue to grow, that you're going to continue to impact people. You're going to focus on your values of personal growth. You're going to continue to move on through that. Or say if there's one traumatic situation in life and we're too scared to come into touch it with it, pause, really feel what's going on and have some faith that we can get through it, whether it's with somebody or not. So having some expressing where we can have faith. And although I'm not very religious, I do love the principles of faith within religion in a lot of ways. And it's all up to interpretation when you read your scriptures, your doctrines, your sutras, or whatever suits your fancy. I like a variety of stuff myself. But just having more faith in something a little bit beyond us for other people, some greater good. It doesn't need to be some man sitting on a cloud. It can just be maybe a positive energy that you're striving for, an inner strength that's going to get you through a hard time, some type of support that you and your friends, your family, or you guys can get together and continue to evolve and grow, whatever that may be. So having more faith in a good future, having more faith in enjoying and being able to pick yourself up, show that curiosity, ask some questions, be excited about it, have some faith that it's going to be a good damn day. You start off on the wrong foot and not have any faith. Nope, I need to be proven. It needs to be good 100%, that nothing can go wrong, or else I can't have fun and I can't put a smile on my face. What kind of bullshit is that? So incorporating faith. Last one. This one's a big one. And a lot of people in business. Okay, let's go ahead and get Faith into the chat real quick. Faith is number 3. Number 4, last one for to things that we can learn from a child and try and incorporate is trust. A level of trust with children. This is very interesting, whether it's their teachers, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins, or there's usually this layer of trust with children and this openness to have that relationship, to try out a friendship, to incorporate brutal honesty. Man, some of those children are so honest. But having some aesthetic trust with, as we sit in our own chairs, and you might be a person you've been screwed over by bad people. And I'm not saying you go to that shady uncle and go give him your account and routing number for your bank account. And like, I'll trust him. I'm going to trust somebody today. Tanner said to give some trust. No, I'm not saying I'm saying give people the benefit of the doubt, whether it's the opinion you hold of them, your willingness to help them within reason, right? Or maybe it's just you're starting a new relationship and you don't know this person at all. And you can give them the benefit of the doubt without putting all of your eggs in the basket. And it's so, for example, me trusting a property manager for my rental properties until he proves me otherwise wrong. But on the front end, of course, I did my homework. I looked at some of the other people he's worked with. I got some recommendations. And then now I'm chatting with him, and he hasn't done it or needed to do everything so far that I've needed to kind of really test whether that's something, whether he's the real deal or not. But until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to give my full trust. Or specifically, with my relationship with my girlfriend, unless I'm proven wrong, I'm going to give everything I have in complete trust until otherwise proven wrong. And as say if these relationships, whether in work, romantic relationships, when it comes to trust, if the other person fucks you over, you can still find peace knowing that you gave 100%, that you were present, that you were caring, that you lived by some of these values that children incorporate every single day that we can learn from. So ask yourself again, where can you be more trusting? Where can you give some trust to someone who might need it? Maybe you need it. Maybe you just need to go find somebody that you need to go build a relationship and give some trust to strengthen that muscle back up, because maybe it got burnt in the past and we're tying the past with the present moment, and that never works. And there's always new situations, everything's different, and words truly never do the present moment enough justice anyway, based off feeling. So having that trust, giving some faith. Like, let's have some faith. Damn it. You don't have to prove every little thing all the freaking time to believe that it's possible. Let's get ourselves going in the right direction. Let's have some good faith. Let's believe in ourselves a little bit more. It's okay to feel that you haven't done it yet, and that's okay. You don't need to. But having that faith down. And next, we have excitement, feeling excited as a child. And lastly, curiosity, being more curious. So that wraps up for today's traits that we can learn from children. And tomorrow, I want to do a little bit of a part 2 episode. So check in tomorrow morning, bright and early. I'm going to leave you on a hanger. The stories for tomorrow will be a little bit on the don'ts, and then we'll take a few more examples and fun stories from children, specifically that maybe we can learn from under the gap and the rule of the gap and the gain, living in the gains of our lives, feeling excited, being curious about what's possible, having some faith that it can fucking happen, and then giving out some trust. So need to put trust in here as the last one for today. But that is gonna go out there, gonna live like a child a little bit today, have some fun with it. I hope you guys too see where you can continue to learn and grow. Where we on this show building the best version of ourselves, building a better relationship with ourselves so we can have a real relationship with the people we care and love most about. If you know anyone who you think could benefit from my one-on-one style coaching, please don't be scared to like the show, comment on it, comment your favorite trait, send them over to talktotanner.com, where we can always schedule a free coaching session one-on-one, and I can give you a little bit more if we're really trying to get grounded, know our values, know our purpose statement, have a real plan in place, and chip away at some stuff. I have a relationship boot camp to help get you off the ground and running if you need help with that. So thank you all so much. I got to run and go blow my nose. I can barely talk. So wrapping up today. Happy Monday to you all. Let's make it a fun day. Let's live like children a little bit and go get some shit done. So cheers, friends. Happy Monday morning. And I will be seeing you all tomorrow morning, bright and early. Cheers.